Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Kenny, and in today's episode, I want to give an update on NIO, XPeng, and Li Auto. Now, these companies just recently reported their December vehicle numbers. Now, I just want to break down these numbers in detail and give some of my thoughts about it. Now, NIO, XPeng, and Li Auto have all been facing downward pressure in the past few months. However, I believe this could be a big catalyst that sends these stocks running again. Now, without further ado, let's dive right into these delivery numbers. Now, NIO, XPeng, and Li Auto all provided their December delivery numbers. However, let's dive first into NIO, who has the largest market cap out of all these different Chinese EV companies. NIO delivered 7,007 vehicles in December 2020, setting a new monthly record representing a strong 121% year-over-year growth. The deliveries consisted of 2,000 ES8s, the company's 6-seater and 7-seater flagship premium smart electric SUV, 2,500 ES6s, the company's 5-seater high-performance premium smart electric SUV, and 2,500 EC6, the company's 5-seater premium electric coupe SUV. NIO delivered 17,353 vehicles in the fourth quarter of 2020, representing an increase of 111% year-over-year and exceeding the higher end of the company's quarterly guidance. Now, 2020 has been a real challenging year for the whole entire world. Even with this, NIO has achieved consecutive record highs along the way and closed the year on a high note with a remarkable December delivery of over 7,000 vehicles. These results are mainly attributable to the growing recognition of their premium brand, the competitive and compelling products and services, the expanding sales network, and most importantly, the continuous support from their passionate and loyal user community. The innovative battery as a service, or BaaS model, has shown popularity among their users since its launch. With a 100 kilowatts battery pack offered as an option, the penetration of BaaS has reached over 40% among new orders in December, demonstrating its competitiveness and acceptance by users. At the fourth NIO Day scheduled on January 9th, 2021, NIO is going to unveil their new sedan model and share their latest development of their autonomous driving and other core technologies. Now, their theme for the upcoming NIO Day is always forward, which means that they will continue investing in the smart EV technologies, accelerating their new product development, broadening their sales and service network, and striving to be the best holistic experience for the growing user community in 2021 and beyond. I love the fact that NIO is really building a community around its product, and it's really shown by these delivery numbers that there's massive demand for their product. I think there's a lot of positive catalysts coming for NIO in the coming weeks as they have their NIO Day and they're going to be reporting their earnings pretty soon. I think NIO has really been killing it in this past year, and the way that the demand for these EV vehicles are, I definitely foresee NIO continuing to do really well far into 2021. So up next, with the second largest market cap out of these three companies, we have XPeng. XPeng achieved a record monthly delivery of 5,700 smart EVs in December 2020, consisting of a record high 3,691 P7s, which is the company's smart sports sedan, and 2009 G3s, its smart compact SUV. The company's December deliveries represent a 326% increase year over year and a 35% increase from November. The company delivered a total of 12,964 smart EVs in the fourth quarter of 2020, a record quarterly delivery representing a 303% increase year over year and 51% increase from the third quarter of 2020. In its fourth quarter of 2020, 8,527 P7s were delivered. Total deliveries for year-end reached 27,041 units, representing a 112% increase year over year. Cumulative P7 deliveries for the year reached 15,062, with mass delivery beginning at the end of June. A total of 11,979 G3 were delivered in 2020. Now, the driving factors behind this record December and the fourth quarter delivery results is because it's increasing brand awareness, expanding sales, marketing, and supercharging service initiatives across China. Now, I'm really excited about XPeng's future, and these December delivery numbers really reinforce my bullish thesis behind this company. Now, XPeng is really trying to be the leading smart EV in China, and I believe it has a really strong growth future ahead of it. Not only does XPeng have two vertically integrated factories, but it's also the first Chinese EV company to begin start deliveries in Europe. They recently sent 100 of their G3 SUVs to buyers in Norway, which really marks their expansion into international territories, which is another great growth driver for them. Now, last but not least, we have Li Auto. Now, the Chinese maker of Li 1 SUV delivered 6,126 vehicles in December. That was up from 4,646 in November and up about 530% compared with December of 2019. Now, these delivery numbers are really strong, even without a true analyst consensus of their target. Now, the company on its third quarter conference call said it expected to deliver 11,000 to 12,000 vehicles in the fourth quarter. However, the company ended up delivering 14,464 in the fourth quarter, which easily beat its own initial projections. Now, because Li Auto is a fairly new company and the smallest market cap out of this bunch, it's easy to see why it has the faster growth rate out of these delivery numbers. With all that being said, a 530% growth year over year in the delivery vehicles is very impressive, and I can see why there's a lot of hype behind the stock. So we can clearly see that today, on Monday, January 4th, 2021, investors are really excited about these delivery numbers. Now, NIO, XPeng, and Li Auto are all up over 8% as of intraday trading. Now, I totally understand if you're looking at these companies from the outside looking in and saying, okay, these companies are insanely overvalued. And it's true, by any fundamental analysis, these companies are definitely trading over its enterprise value. However, one thing that I realized in 2020 that's really changed my investment style is really understanding the story behind the company. So let's take, for example, Amazon. Now, for the longest time, the company was not profitable, and many people wrote it off as an investment because it was too overvalued. However, for those who had the hindsight and really understood the mission behind Amazon and what they're trying to achieve, they're the ones with the foresight to overlook these fundamentals and to really understand where the future of Amazon was going. As we all know, Amazon is one of the largest companies now, and it taught me to not only look at the fundamentals and the valuation, but to really understand the future behind the company. Now, there's a huge secular tailwind in the Chinese EV sector, as the Chinese government is really pushing for the country to be carbon neutral. And they're giving out a lot of incentives for people to go out and buy electric vehicles. Now, earlier in 2020, it was hard for me to really wrap my head around NIO and its future. However, in the second quarter of 2020, they saw a huge acceleration of their deliveries and top-line revenue, and they saw a decrease in their net losses. That was really what compelled me to invest in NIO, and I got in around $14. Now, I did buy and average my shares up, and I'm sitting comfortably with about 210 shares of NIO. Now, looking at XPeng, I didn't really catch wind of this until it had its insane run-up from about $20 all the way up to about $70. Now, I was looking into the company after its big run-up, and I was really excited about it. I really like their cars. I like their focus on smart EVs and autonomous driving, as well as that they have 2 vertically integrated factories. After this run-up, though, I wasn't looking to get in after I thought a lot was already priced in. And I've been watching this where it started dropping at November 23rd of about $72 all the way down to about $38 as of December 28th, 2020. Now, I was picking up shares all throughout December around $44. And once it dropped below $40, that's when I decided to buy more. Now, the stock is up about $45, which is a little bit above my cost basis. Now, that's one thing I really want to stress to you guys is to always have cash on the side so that when a stock that you believe in drops pretty significantly, it's a really good chance for you to buy in and to double down on it. I really do think that this pullback from about late November to where it is right now really stands as a really good buying opportunity for these stocks. I understand that these stocks are overvalued, but I do think that they're going to continue to surpass their expectations when it comes to delivery numbers as well as their earnings, which is going to continue to drive the stock moving forward. Now, admittedly, I'm not invested in Li Auto, nor do I have plans to get in it. However, after looking at these numbers, I do think it's a pretty compelling investment, and I will definitely be looking into it a little bit more. All right, there we have it, guys. That was a quick update on NIO, XPeng, and Li Auto. Now, if you guys are already invested in these companies, I believe that these delivery numbers are another reason why it's a compelling hold for your portfolio. Now, for those of you who are not investing in these companies but are looking to get in, I do think this is a good chance to get some shares. Now, all these companies, even with NIO having the largest market cap, all delivered record deliveries of over 100% year over year. Now, all these companies are still in its early innings as they're beginning to ramp up production to meet the demand. Now, all these companies are targeting over 100% growth in their delivery vehicles in the next coming years, so I do think there's still a lot of runaway for these stocks to continue to rise. Now, I definitely understand if you think these companies are a little overvalued, and I think by any financial metric, they definitely are. However, one thing I've learned with these fast-growing tech companies is that revenue really matters, and these companies are really delivering and beating these expectations of both revenue and delivery. I think there's a lot of positive tailwinds and catalysts for these companies to continue to do well far into the future, and I think taking a bet on these companies is kind of like taking a bet on Tesla when it was below $100 billion market cap. Now, I'm definitely not saying that these companies are the next Tesla, but I do think a lot of these companies do have a great bright future ahead of them, and I do think that these companies still have a lot of runway for success. So I do think as long as these companies continue to meet or even beat expectations, they'll do really well far into this year. Alright, thanks guys. That was my quick update on NIO, XPeng, and Li Auto. Now, if you guys like content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and then leave me a comment down in the comment section below what you guys are going to be doing. Alright guys, take it easy and let's go secure that bag.